Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general, timeless reading. This is entertainment purpose only. If it does not resonate, please do not try to make it fit. Watch out for scammers in the comment section. My disclaimer, that would not be me. I am not doing anything to reach out to anybody. Okay. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions. By all means, don't forget to press that subscribe button or that like button. I could really use your support. I really appreciate any comments anybody wants to put out there for me. And donations, of course. There is a link in PayPal. Okay. Today, what do we have here? Crystals. The stone deck. Okay, we're going to pick one of these for our oracles today. As I haven't used this in a while, they're really, really, really large cards. They're really, really, really very hard to shuffle. We're going to pick one of these. Spirit guide me, spirit guide me, spirit guide me, spirit guide me. One card for timeless energy today. Spirit guide me. What did I see there? Oh, that was the one. Okay. That was the one sticking out. Okay. Malachite. With its trademark acid trip swirls, money green malachite is an electrifying mesmerizer with a high copper content. It's always good for moving energy and making things happen. Who needs it? The overflowing in creativity but lacking in follow-through? The all business all the time set. Where do you put it? If you're trading cryptocurrency, writing television pilots, or starting up the next tech giant, try some malachite in your workplace. When do you use it? When the concrete jungle has you disconnected from the earth beneath it. When you've just gotta have money, the power, and all the glory. Come at it with a heart-forward, sustainable energy, courtesy of malachite. Claim your success. And isn't that a very pretty picture there? Okay, I like those cards. Today we'll be doing our 3-card read, and these are still the Rider-Waite, but these are the white metallic ones. I know we're used to using the same cards every day, but these were a gift, and we just want to trade out a little bit for a little change. Oh, Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me for today's timeless energy message. Spirit guide me, Spirit guide me for today's timeless energy message. Spirit guide me. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay, the Two of Pentacles in reverse was our first card. Jumped right out at me. Okay, Spirit guide me for our next timeless energy message. Spirit guide me for our next timeless energy message. Okay, I have the 6 of Cups. These cards are a little larger than what I'm used to using. So Spirit guide me, one more card for today's timeless energy message. Spirit guide me great, but I need one more card for today's timeless and oh my goodness, we got another jumper. Okay. The Page of Swords in the upright. And two of these cards jumped. I don't know if it's the deck, because I don't use this deck very often. But significantly, with the two cards jumping right out at me, might be significant to point out. Now, I like to point out the chakras, because I do use them for clarifiers on certain occasions. And what we have here with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is the third eye chakra. The center card here is the heart chakra, and the Page of Swords is the root chakra. Okay. Now, everybody knows that the third eye chakra is probably my favorite. The third eye chakra is easily intuitive ability. You easily find the right words when you're communicating. You might have a lot that you might want to express. You can change your mind easily. Okay, the third eye chakra. And with the Two of Pentacles, what we have is a Capricorn energy, which is sure-footed, having discipline. And what we have is the Mars energy, which is die for the cause. It can be sex drive, but this card is in reverse. So your self-discipline might be in reverse. Maybe your sex drive is waning a little bit, or is the energy level of it. Doesn't necessarily mean you're not capable. The thing about it is the die for the cause in reverse is okay, so maybe you've got to compromise a little bit on what the cause is, or sit and reflect for a while. It can be a very aggressive energy, the Two of Pentacles, very aggressive energy. With the third eye, you are using intuitive ability. And it does have to do a lot with communication in a way. Was the intuitive ability, being able to find the right words to communicate, being able to solve your own problems or make your own decisions on what you want to do or how you want to do it. Was the Two of Pentacles. Is little like a juggling act. Well, as you can see, even upside down, that the Two of Pentacles is a juggling here. And this is the sign of infinity, isn't it? Okay, so there's a little bit of symbolism in the picture of the card. I know some people follow the pictures and some people follow the definitions. I follow what feels right. And it can be with the juggling act that maybe, do you have enough time in the day? What are you juggling? Well, you got your family, you've got your house, are you eating? Do you have time to recharge? Are you taking some time to socialize and develop friendships? Work is a really big chunk of time. If you are in your years where you have employment. And from what I'm looking at in the news, some people think that we should make those years even later in life. Okay, so I did see that joke on Facebook about the 70-year-old holding the sign Yeah, I saw that. Okay. So, while the Two of Pentacles is juggling, you might feel like just dropping the burden. Just drop it all. The Two of Pentacles is a way of coping. It's energy of coping with these. Your schedule is fuller than usual. Okay? You're running. It can be associated with your finances. Balancing money, your accounts, moving money around, everyone gets what they need type of thing. Juggling. Multiple relationships, multiple things on your schedule, multiple people that need to be communicated with so that nobody gets any kind of hurt feelings. This is the juggling act. And apparently this energy is in reverse. So you might just be at the point where you're dividing yourself between too many things. You're overwhelmed. This might be you're juggling way too much. It's on your plate. You're overwhelmed. You want to drop it, or you feel like dropping it. That could be the energy, but you're juggling way too much on your plate. You're overwhelmed. Now, with the Capricorn energy and the Mars energy, well, the Mars energy is a strength card. And it's an aggressive energy. And you see with the sure-footedness of the goat, I love the goat with Capricorn. The picture of the goat climbing up that mountain, climbing up that hill, working towards that goal, the aggressive die for the cause energy, it's in reverse. Time out. Drop the ball. You got so much on your plate. I did just say drop the ball. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did just say drop the ball. That was not me. I'm sorry. Drop the ball. You're overwhelmed. The aggression and the sure-footedness and the climbing up that mountain and the working towards it and working towards it and working towards it. You're just having that overwhelmed, unable to cope. You're just dividing yourself up into so many little slices. Now with the energy of the next card, what we have here, the Six of Cups. Well, the Six of Cups is the heart. With the heart, you can love again. It does have to do with love, receiving love. You feel curious, new experiences you're not afraid of, you can love again. Well, you have diversified interests. With the heart, you know what is right, what's not. What is right is not always what is normal. But this does have a lot to do with loving, being able to love again. The heart energy of the Six of Cups is the Scorpio and the Sun. Now the odd thing about the Scorpio being connected to this heart card, which you do generate magnetic energy, but it can also be unforgiving. It could also be a lack of confidence, or it could be a sudden change in your lifestyle. And with the Sun energy of this, it could be your identity and your ego. It could be practical matters that are associated with your house or home, family. With the Six of Cups, this can be strongly related to the past. And, things that we love. And the way you think about love, can be strongly connected to your past energy, past relationships, and what happened during that period of your life can actually come into play when you're in a new relationship. Okay? The Six of Cups refers to the past experiences. Trying to locate something that you missed or you feel like you've missed, you can't really go back into the past. It's not actually a healthy thing to do. You can think about the past, and you can look at what happened in the past, and you can take the things that happened in your past as a lesson. Sometimes this card, the Six, can alert you to situations where you could be easily deceived in your present. And I'm not sure if that's connected to things from the past. Because usually the deceptive energy is somebody knows something about you or more about you than they should. And they are able to manipulate. And that is a long shot there. Because with the Six, you want to encourage a light-hearted attitude. You can refer to the past experiences because you can find the answer to your present situation by referring to your past. But there's always a way to solve a problem, and you're juggling and you're overwhelmed and there's way too much for you to deal with by yourself. And now we have a situation where you're dealing with the heart. You're dealing with your identity, your ego. You're dealing with a sudden change in lifestyle. Whatever you're dealing with, this change, this practical matter associated with your home, your sudden change in your lifestyle, those stick all out all over the place. If you're overwhelmed, you might want to make a change in your lifestyle. And that change, actually, I don't see moving, but you know what? Change is change, right? But when you're thinking about this, you need to refer to partially the things that occurred to you in the past. Because in order to prevent yourself from making the same mistake twice, you really need to understand what your choices were the first time around. Now, this would not be in every situation. Connected to the heart, I am assuming we're talking about a relationship of some kind. Okay? I am assuming that it has to do with love. I am assuming also that it has to do with practical matters concerning your home or sudden changes in your lifestyle. But I am assuming very strongly that the changes in lifestyle, the practical matters that you're reflecting, the changes all have to do with your heart, that you can love again, that you can open your heart again, which means usually allowing somebody into your heart space. And that would reflect possible changes. And often, when we are making choices, we need to reflect what is it in our past, because your past is going to come into your future. And if you're juggling, and you're overwhelmed, and you're ready to drop the ball because you're not getting anywhere, the little goat is trying to work up that hill, but you're in reverse. You need changes. And you want changes. But this reflects the past. You need to look and see, how are your choices that you make in your life connected to your past. It doesn't necessarily have to be focused on relationships with other people. It could be experiences from people that you were not in relationships with, and it could be experiences that you had in any other general part of your life. But this has to do with connected to the heart, and if you're juggling and you're ready to drop the ball and you want to make changes, you need to look into your heart and you need to reflect a little bit. Now the Page of Swords is the next card in our message, and that is the root chakra. The root chakra is one that I don't get very often. It basically is your basic needs are covered. Well, I guess if you're okay with your basic needs, that would be just fine. Unless, of course, in the past, that's all you were on the receiving end of, and you might want more. If you feel like you're cared for and loved, this is a good thing. But your basic needs are covered, and you can expand. Okay? The Kundalini starts at the root chakra. And you need to be grounded. Everybody needs to be grounded. You're going to expand. You need to be grounded first. When you feel like you're a part of the world and you feel like your basic needs are covered. Now the Page of Swords is a Gemini energy, and that is an extrovert energy. It is an energy that's adaptable, somewhat eccentric, and maybe in some ways it can be inconsistent. In some ways it can be inconsistent, but the general energy of the Gemini paired with the Sun energy, which has to do with your individuality, the creative potential that's coming from you. Or, in some cases, if you're talking about your heart, what is it that makes you happy? Creative potential, and what you do, or the choices that you make that make you happy. But it still can be a little bit on the inconsistent side. Pretty much your emotions depend on how you feel at the time, and paired with the Sun energy of individuality. Okay. With the Swords Page, you eradicate doubt by gathering information. And this can actually be Mercury related. Yeah. Because a Virgo and a Gemini both are ruled by Mercury, and Virgos are the same way. To eradicate fear or doubt, you collect information, you verify information. You want to know what you're dealing with, okay? You find a fresh way of dealing with an old problem by looking at your past history, because you are juggling way too much. You're obviously trying to reach a goal. Isn't everyone trying to reach a goal? But you know what? Pages are the bearer of messages, as well as being an element of the air sign. Okay? So you may crave information, but all of it might not exactly be welcoming information. Finding the truth in the situation. It allows you to find a balance in any way. When you're in a challenging position, having information can balance out the situation, because in that way, nobody can approach you in an underhanded way. You actually know what you're dealing with in advance, okay? This is the kind of energy where a person will go out to obtain what they want in any way possible. Okay? And that is not necessarily the assumption of, you're dealing with somebody that will do whatever it's necessary to get what they want, whether or not you're going to get hurt, because that's just part of what the Page of Swords energy is. I prefer to lean in the direction of having a fresh way of dealing with an old problem. Because the message here that you're juggling too much, and the message here that you're looking into the past history, and this is a heart energy, where you've got a root chakra energy here, and an air energy here. And a root chakra is, hey, you've got your basic needs covered. This is practical matters again, twice. Connected to your house or your stability, twice. So you've got 2 Sun energy cards, which are connected to practical matters associated with your foundation and practical matters associated with your identity. So when you're talking about changes, you need to reflect on these practical matters of your identity and your practical matters of your foundation. You won't want to find yourself into a situation where you're not only juggling as much as you are now, but you've gotten yourself even in a worse situation by making changes that weren't good for you to begin with. You need to look at what is causing you to make the choices that you're making. Look into the choices that you made in the past. Reflect on what is it that's causing you to make the choices that you're making, or causing you to make the choices that you want to make. Because you have an air energy here. And practical matters associated with your foundation or your house and your identity is a very strong influence in this message. No matter how hard the juggling is, some of us get up in the middle of the day, do 1 or 2 things, and yeah, that's it, okay? And some of us get up before the sun rises and don't stop until they're beat. And it's like 4 hours from now, you got to get up and do it again. We all have different situations. But this is definitely a message of overwhelmed and ready to drop the ball. You're just so much that you're having to deal with. And this is where you are reflecting at childhood issues, past marital situations, choices that you made when you were taking classes in school, wherever you landed up in the work that you were doing. This is not looking into the future, mind you. This is not planning your future. This is looking into the past, because you're juggling a lot of things right here, and you're looking into the past. Why are you making your choices? It has to do with your foundation and your personal identity. And you know what? Before you make the same mistake that you made the first time around, you need to find out, why are you making the choices that you're making? And reflect. Okay. So we have the money green malachite. And if you're overflowing in creativity, but you're lacking with the follow-through, the all business all the time set. And I think that says a lot right there. All the time juggling, all the time juggling. The jungle has disconnected you from the earth. You gotta have the money, the power, the glory. Claim your success. That's what it says. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Are those the choices that you're making? You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Look into your past. Look at why you made your choices in the past. Before you make any other choices, look very, very honestly at why you made the choices in the past, especially the ones that backfired on you. Okay. And welcome. Thank you very much for coming to visit Timeless Energy today. And by all means, you're more than welcome to come and visit me again in the future. I have numerous videos that you can check out at your leisure, or any of the shorts that I put out, or my out the door energy of the day, which is just a little 2-card thing if you're in a hurry running out at the beginning of your day. By all means, don't forget to press that like and subscribe, or ask your friends to help me. So we need to add to the subscribers, and we need to increase our likes to help my channel grow. I do appreciate your time, and by all means, come back and see me again. This is Barbara. Have a nice day.